Hello, and welcome to Coaching Corner with me, Tracy Forsyth. So later this month, I'm going to be doing a whole day workshop on fast track to fearless public speaking, taking people step by step through the theory and techniques to demystify and take the sting out of it all. But because glossophobia, or fear of public speaking, is so widespread, I thought I'd do a few posts on here on the subject matter. So these are some of the kind of presentation and public speaking fundamentals, I think, to get you started. So number one is that the nerves that you feel are a good thing. Yeah. So I used to really tremble when doing presentations and have to hold on to something to stop my hand shaking, like a glass or a clicker or something. And I'd have to read word for word from my script and just not deviate. And my heart would be pounding the whole time. So I spent a lot of time wishing that those physical reactions would just go away. But then I watched this amazing TED talk called How to Make Stress Your Friend. And in it, Kelly McGonigal, who is the lady whose TED talk it is, details how physical stress responses can actually help prepare your body for what's to come. It's amazing, like the heart pumping actually sends more oxygen to your brain so you think quicker. Anyway, so I've put the link in the post. So watching that really changed my perspective on the physical responses. And from then on, if I felt my heart starting to race or starting to pound, I would thank my body for getting me ready instead of seeing it as purely a fear response. So number two, is you don't have to know everything. I think a lot of us are fearful of speaking up or having presentations in case we are wrong. But, I remember a defining moment for me was when I worked at a big company and I would see my boss walk into big meetings, completely relaxed, talk through what he wanted to say, meet any challenge from anyone else with complete calm and camaraderie, be able to debate without seeming ruffled, and come away with everybody seemingly in the palm of his hand. And I really remember vowing that to be like him one day. That was my aspiration. Because when I went into those same meetings, I felt, unprepared or flustered, fearful of challenge, or certainly, feeling like, I'm going to get caught out. I don't know all the answers. But the thing that has made the difference is, yes, being prepared and knowing what I was talking about, obviously, but also learning not to be thrown if I didn't know something or didn't have the answer. So a simple, that's a good question, let me find out, or I don't have all those details to hand, but I'll get back to you, really does the trick. I remember somebody that I'd be in those big meetings with would say, oh, well, I haven't done all the reading on that actually, so I don't quite have an answer for that, So just learning to understand that you don't have to know everything, and a few phrases that help you out really help me. And number three is that definitely practice makes perfect. Presenting public speaking is definitely one of those skills that the more you do, the easier and the more enjoyable it becomes. I mean, I feel I only became comfortable because I had to do presentations and public speaking over and over and over and over again, whether it was leading big meetings, with 20 people in the room or whatever, presenting sessions at conferences, giving leaving speeches, pitching business cases. The more I did it, the easier and more enjoyable it became. The less I started dreading it, the less reliant on my script, and the more confident I got, the more able I felt to go off script and speak off the cuff. So listen, I want the same for you. So the next few weeks, I'll be sharing more tips and techniques to make it easier. And together we will enter the fast track to fearless public speaking. So DM me if you want to do a workshop in person. There's lots of interest and I'm doing it for different people. Or if you're in a company that would like to host one of these for your team. Okay, so together we can crack it. Too much talent is going to waste. So it's time for us to master fearless public speaking and presentations. All right, take care.